Incredibly exciting news. Paolo Mori's Dogs of War, a classic shut and sit down favourite, is back. We've got amazing new art, balance fixes, and a game that now fits in a much smaller box, whilst somehow also being bigger and juicier. How is that possible? I think it must involve wizards. Dogs of War, in a nutshell, is a game of intrigue and influence. 6 powerful houses are all vying for control, and they can't really achieve that without your help. As players, you'll be choosing one of these 5 gentle souls who just happen to have armies with them that are willing to kindly help those nobles deal with these problems in exchange for money. So maybe you're a lesser known house with big ambitions, or maybe you just like gold, or power, or both. And hey, you can't make an omelette without violence. Over 3 rounds, you'll see a bunch of battles, and you'll be sending out your captains into the fray to collect the spoils of war and also to just sway the outcome of these fights. Slotting these unit banners into the notches of these lovely, chunky wooden pieces, and sending them out to the battlefield of your choice. And if it looks like the noble house that you're backing might not necessarily come out on top, well, you can just throw in your lot with somebody else. And, maybe push your old employer down the stairs just a little, in the event that it looks like somebody else might profit from their success. And of course, you won't really be at the front line of any of this messiness. That'll mostly be left to the people that you employ. And so it's a wonderfully mean game of battles, power struggles, and fickle alliances. But why am I here telling you about this now? Well, it's because we helped to make it. Dogs of War was one of the first ever games that Shut Up and Sit Down fell in love with, almost 15 years ago, gosh. And so we've been absolutely hyped to have it as one of the first hand-picked, curated games in our brand new line of games published by Play to Z. Shut Up and Sit Down presents. Those wizards I mentioned earlier that made that cool stuff happen, we've been hovering behind them, over their shoulder, saying, yeah, that bit, make it good, make it really good, like that. Well, we kind of had to do much with Dogs of War. I mean, Dogs of War was already a great game.
Forgive me, my lord, but was it really such a good game? Time can be a cruel mistress with grubby fingers that will smudgeon up even the cleanest of rose-tinted lenses.
Thank you for your insights, my entirely trustworthy military advisor. Here's a big bag of gold. Oh, and please don't use that to hire a small army that then marches on my castle and chops off my head and my family's heads and puts them all on spikes.
My lord, whatever do you mean?
On the sticks, like at parties when you have those little bits of pineapple and sausages and cheese on little sticks.
Yes, my lord. Very good. Very good.
So sure, by today's standards, the original wasn't perfect. We had some muddy graphic design that made it kind of hard to read, and the theme was really cool, but it's fair to say it also had some issues with balance. So not only is this new version chunky, sexy, and suitably horrid, it's also just tweaked and retooled to be a game that's just better. Trimming the length of the game down to 3 rounds keeps it punchy and sharp. The player powers have also been reworked to make them more competitive, balanced, unique, and just interesting. But despite that, we're even going to have still twice as many player powers in this version of the game as there were in the original. I think this is a fabulous addition of a game that was already great, and it's been such a joy and a privilege to get hands-on with this team and just accentuate all of the things about this game that got us so excited and enthralled all those years ago. And so we're hopeful that getting this out into the world means a future in which this fabulous game exists on far more shelves than it currently does. So if you want to know more, check out the page on GameFound, and thank you for your time.